Alright there folks, and welcome back to Malmo. Look, this Krasnodar game, these are the formations. We're getting straight into this. This is the game that matters, and it's not because I got carried away and just started going for it. So it's literally seconds in. You can see there 1 second on the clock. This is the teams that we're putting out there. Rosenberg has missed about 18 penalties in the last 4 games, so he's at risk now. I mean, he's retiring shortly after this game, I think. So it is, you know, the front three is going to become Hurler, Jezza and Strandberg. But we'll stick with number 9 for now. Bashiru and Mangala. Lawson's in at right back because of Vinheim's suspension. Too many yellow cards for him. Otherwise, you can see there, they've got Ivan up front now. Ivan is carrying a knock, it seems, so fingers crossed he goes off pretty early if he's any good. But this is the game that matters. You can see there on the group stage, if we win, it's going to be important for us because, I mean, any win is important in the Champions League, but we should then finish at least third, if not be able to have a chance at finishing higher up. But Krasnodar, to my frustration, were far better than us in the first game. So we need to be better than we were. And, well, I mean, we had a jump on the ball there and we didn't take it. But Mangala steps in and we've got a 3-on-1 situation. Hurler Jezza collects and drills it into the back of the net inside 3 minutes. Despite that, though, he would still only see us up to third. It really does put the emphasis on that Milan game. Krasnodar guilty of overplaying that, but we started well against Krasnodar last time. Jesse takes it off Rosenberg, and I'm glad he did because that is a finish and a half. Literally straight from that then, Ivan's kickoff. And, well, I mean, there's a few injury problems persisting in the Krasnodar team. I don't think they're in the best of shape. So we should be able to, fingers crossed now, take advantage. Obviously, our league campaign is complete. Those 3 games, we saw a defeat, a 2-1 defeat at Djurgården, but then 2 victories. Well, as Lucas Hurler doubles the advantage inside 4 minutes. Yeah, we won our final 2 games of the campaign. We beat Harken and someone else who I'm struggling to remember the name of. I think it was Kalmar who finished second. Yes, with Kalmar as well. So 2 defeats in the league campaign season. Pretty good, I think. Pretty happy with that, even though I was frustrated with the defeats at the time. It hurts your fist when you punch the desk, you know. But anyway, Bashiru's corner. Hurler tries to get under it but can't get there. Mangala collects on the edge of the penalty area. Takes a long way around, crosses. Jezza heads in. What an opening 10 minutes. I'm going to have a drink. So, cheers. Cheers, me dears. Now, Bashiru there, it's headed away. Mangala could have put this straight back in, but decided to try and open the angle, or close, you know, get that angle for Jezza, and he heads in at the near post. Lovely goal. Gokangul's free kick. Dykes now to Hurler, crosses, Rosenberg's under it and heads straight at Sosa. Rosenberg's powers a weak old man, as he is now 37. So effectively we got Peter Crouch and Mamayev. Dykes steps in. He's a fantastic player, is Mitchell Dykes. So pleased to get him. We gave him a new deal. Basically removed his release fee, which is important. As Lucas Hurler, good save from Sosa, one-handed save. Down at his right side, kept the ball out, would have been surely game over to be 4-0 down inside 23 minutes. And another corner, nothing's coming from this, we may as well cut. We may as well cut those out, hadn't we? You know, I don't really see the need to keep them in, those rebound corners. So it's a goal kick, or free kick in this case, head away, but now here comes Gomez Pereira. He's the man who got Krasnodar started in Krasnodar. Ivan Mamayev he's got on the right side if he can find him. Support, but no. Kabore loses out, and Nielsen now. And Bashiru Rosenberg goes up towards Jezza. Crowded out, and Krasnodar bring the ball away. But that's a poor ball. Gokangul picks it up, and he's brought to Lawson. Rosenberg infield, or outfield rather, to Dykes. Now Lucas Hurler crosses Marcus Rosenberg, and it's a complete mess. Weird in the extreme. But never mind. Antonelli now a free kick inside, just inside our half. Mamayev brings it down this right side, crosses to the near post, and Ivan, the man who's injured, strikes it at the near post. Krasnodar's first shot on target, naturally. And we never really look set. You can see again, Krasnodar just play an absolute formation boss. It's forcing us into strange areas, and a near post finish. 5 minutes to go to half time now. Dykes throw in, finds Mangala. Back to Dykes to Lucas Hurler. Nice back heel crossed in. Bashiru, Larsson, Rosenberg. Back to Larsson. It's a complete overplaying, but it's come off. Jezza strikes it into the bottom corner. We have a 4-1 lead. Look at that group table. 7 points. We did well. I think we got, was it 8 last year, and we failed to go through. If we can beat Milan, then we should qualify from the group, which would be unreal. I'm into stoppage time at the end of this half. Mamiev collects from a throw in. Shishkin crosses. Larsson heads away. It's not massively convincing, as they move the ball back in now. Gomez outright to Shishkin. Crosses. It's gone across goal, but Klassen keeps it in. But Larsson's there. And a two-footed lunge by Klassen. I mean, he was a bit violent in the first game as far as I can remember. I should have walked then. He's going to walk now on literally seconds before the break. An unnecessary challenge. He's going off, and surely that ends Krasnodar's hopes of staying in this tie. And certainly staying in the Champions League. We'll tell the boys not to be any complacency. So we'll probably concede the first chance that comes their way. But there we go. And the second half begins much like the first. It will be interesting to see what they do with the man down. Whether or not they change and we see that reflected in the possession stats. Because quite frankly, we've hardly touched the ball over the 2 games. Antonelli's throw-in finds there Strandberg. Goes back to Sosa, who clears the ball. And we win it back though. Mangala, just inside the centre circle, goes right now to Larsson. Rosenberg, who's crowded out by Kabore. Rosenberg's time is coming to an end here. He's had a fantastic farewell season, but he's costing us at the moment. But Dykes is a man mountain, and we work the ball quite nicely. And here is Marcus Rosenberg. Goes right now to Larsson. Crosses into good cross. Bashiru, Rosenberg. Bashiru again, Mangala to Larsson. Rosenberg, well, he's still got the power to finish. A nice, tidy little finish. Goalkeeper come rushing out in Sosa, but he's basically just got wrong-footed, and Rosenberg slots home. You can see in the group table this reflected now. Manchester City have taken the lead against Milan, and Milan dropped down to 3rd. We're actually in 2nd place. Regrettably, it does mean that we've got Milan and Man City still to come, but we've beaten Milan once. If we can beat them again, then we go through and they go out. But at the very least, we will be going through to the Europa League knockout stages. So at least we'll have some football to play in Europe as opposed to none. And that's positive, isn't it? They're going to change the midfield. Bashiru and Mangala coming off for Pettersson and Raicinho. This game is over, so we may as well get our youngsters on to give them a bit of game time, a bit of fitness as well. Given the important games we've got coming up. Crossed in, Indre Ivan won't get there, and Raicinho, the extra man, is telling. You can see the possession-wise, we're starting to get a bit of parity. A little bit poor, that play, as Krasnodar come forward again. You can see they're very confident with the ball. So Andre Ivan's in and scores. So even with 10 men, admittedly, their second shot on target obviously deserves a second goal. That's how accurate these guys are. But it is starting to balance out a little bit. But even with the man down, they're still able to move the ball quite nicely. It's not great goalkeeping from Dragowski. He narrows the angle to a point where Andre Ivan just had to shoot in a straight line, and it went in. But never mind. We're going to get Strandberg on, and we're going to take off Rosenberg because he's old and he misses pens. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys, because quite simply, I thought we were just waiting for the full-time whistle. 20 seconds to go at this point before full time. Raicinho swings one to the back post, and who's there? Lucas Hurler, just to drill home. So you've missed a goal, real, but I'm also in that boat. I missed it as well until I saw the replay flashing away. So yeah, there it is, 6-2 on the night, and a great Champions League victory. And you can see there, Milan seem to have, must have equalised against Manchester City. So it does mean 3 teams all on 7 points. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I don't suppose it means it makes a massive difference to us. 1-1. Carlos Bacca in the 94th minute, tying matters up, and that means that it is pretty much going to come down to our next two games: Manchester City away and Milan at home. The Milan home game is probably the key. It's going to be exciting, but at the very least, we're going to end up qualifying for the Europa League knockout rounds, and that's something we can be proud of. Next time out, it will be the Manchester City game. Of course, we'll travel over to England to play at the Etihad and see how we do there. Do pop a like on there for me, and subscribe as well if you haven't already for far more Football Manager content coming very soon. Look forward to seeing you for the next video. Manchester City, take care and goodbye.